So we meet again, my time harvesters. As for you, nomadic watchers, you are also welcomed, as if you are an old friend returning home. If you do not already know, I am Theresa, an indie author with a Patreon. On this Patreon, I post 2 unreleased works weekly, illustrated, narrated, and ready for my Patreons to enjoy. 2 months later, I compile these into a video, like the one you are watching now. Without further ado, I present to you my April collection. May you indulge. Mazurek Theresa, presenting The Lone Omen. Your words caress my weary bones effortlessly. Your lips draw forth my devotion endlessly. An icy demeanor betrayed by gentle eyes. A shared passion that always dies. In my darkest hours I find you, my raven. I wonder still if you're an omen or my undoing. Yet my heart crawls forth from my chest to your haven. Stripped from my sight, it's your touch I'm pursuing. These arms search for a phantom embrace, weaving around a dense space, paired with a mind of their own, dead set for the coldest of stone. Too much of my soul has been sold, bidding for a torn portrait. Too many horrors have gone untold. For these reasons I forfeit. My raven, my curse. You would have driven my hearse. No longer, for I jumped out. Last I heard, you still lurk about. Presenting Once Upon a Deep Languor. Once upon a deep languor, I felt a feeling quite so pure. Despite my sight, I was awake. A glorious sight took me from ache. Visions from a world unseen, with no clue what they mean. I witnessed a beautiful parade of emotions sweeter than marmalade. Even still, the air was languor, a trick of the mind like liquor. But in it a truth I did find, lessons which stay in my mind. Presenting Ghost Stories. Deep in the woods lived a hunter and his 3 sons. On every full moon, he would take his sons on a supper picnic and tell them tales of old under the starlight. On this particular day, there was a blood moon, burning brighter than the campfire they sat around. He spoke and spoke, a showman at heart, putting on a spectacle for all who saw. As the day faded and the group was plunged into the dark recesses of night, his sons, long retired to sleep, rested in their tents. The father sat alone, for he had many a thought to ponder. Ponder he did. He thought of life, his boys, their mother. She was buried there, right below his feet. The boys could never know their mother. They wouldn't understand. He had to. The father grasped a bottle of liqueur, and he looked on. He had already justified his actions, the murder of his wife, yet he wished to see her one last time, to hold her and dance like they used to. In the forest, a voice called and beckoned him. He hadn't noticed it through his many heavy thoughts. A familiar melody plagued his ears, soft, as if barely there. Was it even there? The loving notes of a face long lost, a memory. From the shadows of the trees, she emerged, her dress flowing gracefully with each step. The last thing she wore. Effortlessly navigating the tree line, she presented herself to him. Accepting her advances, he got up to meet her. They danced and danced until his legs gave in, until his body snapped, until his bones crushed into powder, until he was 6 feet below with her. When the cops combed through the site, there was no trace of the hunter and his boys. Their tents were tied shut from the inside, their gear untouched. Another cold case the world would never close. How could they? Sure, they heard the melody, faint on the breeze of a lover who sought revenge. But they didn't know that. They didn't know that she stays unresting, turning in her grave, unsatisfied and craving vengeance, even yet. Presenting later, Gator. Breathe slow. Don't let it know. Head low. Pray it'll go. How did it find you? If only you knew. Your options are few. What will you do? It's creeping closer. A quiet bulldozer. Your fate's composer. A decomposer. Will it eat you whole? Will it steal your soul? Will the bells toll when you're in a hole? Alas, you escaped the gator, yet to meet your creator. Check for a tailgater. They may find you later. Presenting Shadow Scene. Shadows shift and conceal. Shadows hide what is real. When you hear that bump in the night, it fills your heart up with fright. Cracks in a house that doesn't settle, screaming urge to go and meddle. No one knows what lies beyond. No one braves that hellish bond. Don't slip into the veil. True horror will prevail. No longer a dream. Ending credit. Scream. That'll be all for now. Since I started my Patreon halfway through the month of April, if you tune in next month, as well as every month after this month, you will get double the amount of works shown in this video. Quick shout out to my sole supporter on Patreon, as well as sole gifter on Throne, Cozy Hosey the motherfucking Goatsy. Thank you, bro. Without him, this would be a hell of a lot harder to do. If you too would like to support me on Patreon, it is only $4 per month to get 2 of these unreleased works every single week, along with joining our chat on Patreon and being shouted out at the end of these videos. If you want a little more, for $6, you can get a sneak peek each week and be added to our birthday list, where you get a birthday post from me on Patreon. For $11, you can get weekly behind-the-scene audio sessions, and for free, if you want to just join for free, I have a newsletter. If not for me, it's also for a good cause. 1.5% of everything I make goes through Stripe to fight off carbon emissions. This also applies to anything you buy off of my Linktree. Now, may your fortune be plentiful, may your harvest be bountiful, and may your travel be protected, so that we may meet again.